Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about Thor, right? The fusion that we just recently had. That was kind of one of the ones that most people were saying it's a must-do fusion, definitely worth it. I was saying that myself personally, even though I didn't really get the chance to test him out a lot before the fusion came out, right? I was a little bit busy. However, I did fuse him, I did build him up. I am still in the process of getting his 5-star awakening, but I still said, you know what, even though I have a 4-star awakening, let me test him out. Let's see how good he actually is, right, from my personal experience, because I didn't get a chance to watch too many other videos. So I said, okay, let me try and build Thor up and let's see what he can do in Hydra as a damage dealer, right? Because pretty much looking at his kit, the thing that he brings is kind of like an interesting kit which has damage, but also he does bring us the option of bringing decreased speed, right? That's a really powerful debuff. So let me just put him in the team back here. I was gonna do a comparison between him and Aphidas, but as you know, as damage dealers, but they kind of bring different things, right? They bring a little bit of different things, and it's, I guess, is not as perfect to compare with the base of this team because, especially at least for Aphidas, right? For Aphidas, the high floor. The reason I'm saying that is, well, Aphidas high floor shines more if you don't have another HP burner, right? So I do have Supreme Gaelic, I do have Michinaki, so it kind of takes away a little bit from Aphidas damage, so that would have not been a fair comparison. But I pretty much use this team for my brutal runs, and it's Lady Mikage, Krisk, then Seifi, Michinaki, Supreme Gaelic, and Thor, right? So I have covered with this team, if we have a look at it, I pretty much have covered the core mechanics and the core, you know, buffs and debuffs for this fight specifically. And that's going to be the increased speed, the decreased speed, the block buffs, the HP burn, increased defense, survivability, you know, all of the good stuff. The only thing that this team is missing, and that's something that I noticed, unfortunately, that the game is missing, or there's only like very few. I can only know Androck, somebody pointed out to me, but the game does not have an AoE block buffs and AoE weakened champion, or at least I'm missing one, right? So that's what I was looking that could be helpful for this team. But overall, when we're talking about Thor, like just to jump back on the subject, I really like him because he has the option of being extremely versatile, right? So not only is he an amazing damage dealer, right? He can do some solid damage. He can bring the AoE decreased speed, which again is one of the most important debuffs that you want to bring for Hydra, because the slower they go, the more damage you can get in yourself, right? The slower the boss turn count goes, and the reason why that's so important is, for example, after the boss gets to boss turn count 250, after that it's like every 2-3 turns, your the heads will start devouring one of your champs, and that makes it difficult for you to keep doing the damage if you didn't get close to that turn limit, right? So that's why AoE decreased speed is so good from his kit. Now, if we're talking about the other things that he's so good at, well, it's just straight up raw damage. I'm not gonna play the full run. I already have a run that I did yesterday that I'm gonna show you guys the damage of, but I just wanted to explain a little bit, you know, before I show you the damage, before I show you the build, the presets, why Thor is so good, actually, right? Especially the fact that we can, you know, we had the option, if you manage to still have the resources to do his Titan event, but the fact that we had the option to grab a 5-star soul for him, that makes it even better, right? Because having a 5-star heaven cast, that means he's gonna get an what is it? A 1%? No, 5-star is, let's see, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. He gets a 2% damage boost, right? Every time he has a buff. So because we're going to get a ton of buffs, he's going to get a ton of extra damage that he can deal out, right? So that's what makes him so good. But the other thing that you want to keep in mind for Thor is the fact that he pretty much has 2 AoE skills, right? And then he also has a passive that is another AoE skill. So you gotta look at it and see what does your account necessarily need, right? If you don't need a full-on damage dealer, right, but you need somebody more versatile or somebody that brings something else, you can use Thor for that role. For example, maybe if you don't have Hex, right? You don't have somebody with Hex in your team, you can build Thor in a damage build in the Curse set. Because he has so much AoE, he should pretty much keep Hex on all the time. If you're missing a provoker, he can be somebody that maybe you build him in a provoke set and get him really fast, right? So he's so good and so versatile that it definitely makes him the perfect candidate. You could also try and make him the mischief tank if you're gonna go more support route with him, because like I said, we get the awakening for him, giving the lightning cage, and then blood shield accessories if you don't, or at least one blood shield accessory. And if you don't have anybody else in the team that you know, has put his shield up, he should be a really good candidate for that, right? Make him more support, make him have high resist, enough accuracy, fast to do his stuff, and he's gonna be really good. But overall, like I said, the damage that he brings is just I'm impressed. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm really impressed. I didn't expect him to actually do that much damage, right? I kept seeing people saying like, oh yeah, he does damage. I expected him to be like same level as Supreme Gaelic or a little bit better, and I'm gonna show you the builds at the end. But I guess let's get out of this battle and you know, just as a rough idea, 21 turns, 17 million, 6.3, 14. So it's like, you know, he's pretty good. He can do pretty good damage. But if we actually want to have a look at the proper team, this is what I ran last night, right? Lady Mika, again, not too much damage. Chris, same principle. Sifi. But then we have Michinaki with almost 280 million. 101 from Supreme Gaelic and 228 from Thor, right? So basically Thor is, I guess, almost on par, or if not pretty much on par with Michinaki. And the thing is, like, yeah, Michinaki is gonna have more damage associated to him because he does have that hex, right? And hex that being placed out there, they take a percentage of the damage that the main target takes. So lots of that damage associated to Michinaki. So that's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good considering the fact that, like I said, he also brings an AoE decrease speed, just makes him the perfect champion. But just to show you exactly like how I use them, I made him prioritize the A3 first because I want that decrease speed to land, and then make sure I prioritize the A2. I'm not sure if in Hydra he doesn't use it, but I just want to make sure because in stuff like Spider, he does not use the A2. So I wanted to make sure that he does use that skill. Now, if you have a look at the builds, I guess, let me see if I have all of them outside so I can compare, right? So let's have a look, for example, Supreme Gaelic. So Supreme Gaelic was running at almost 240 speed, 5.4k attack, 245. He doesn't need 100% crit damage because he only needs 90%, so that's why I build him like this. And he is in Savage plus Cruel, right? Just to like show you an idea of the damage differences. Then Michinaki, he's in a Killstroke plus 6-piece Merciless, right? He's 230, 260 crit damage, almost 5k attack, and obviously some accuracy to land his stuff. And now if we have a look at Thor, for example, how I built him, Thor is in just like 6-piece Merciless. I didn't put the best one that I have on my account, I have a lot better, but the stats that I have on him are 242 of speed, 300 crit damage, 6.7k attack. The reason why he has so much higher stats is also because of the awakening, right? This is so powerful, like the fact that you get at 4-star 38 extra crit damage, that's almost the equivalent of an amulet, right? Or in my case, is the equivalent of, you know, a 5-star amulet and some. So overall, I guess he's pretty good. I do believe that from my point of view, the best build for Thor, considering he has, like I said, AoE here, and AoE on the passive, is going to be Merciless, if we're talking about damage, right? 6 pieces Merciless is gonna be the way to go for him, because that's gonna give you a chance to, you know, decrease the cooldown of one of his AoEs, the A2 or the A3. Also brings you 35% ignore defense. He's obviously fully skilled up. And then we're talking about masteries. This is how I want for him, but this is for now, because you know what, I should actually just swap them. These are the masteries that I used for the sake of spider farming, right? But if we're talking about Hydra, you know what, let's just do the masteries now. I hope I don't screw them up, but I would go something like this, right? Go like that. Then I'm not sure if he's gonna do that much damage to trigger this, but I guess I can still choose it. I can go with Cycle of Violence, go with Kill Streak if he does kill stuff, and then you go Helm Smasher, right? This is the best way to go for him. And now when we're talking about the other stuff, you want to do this, because, you know, if targets have less damage, you could go like that, or if you want to get more speed, but I'm not sure if this one can proc a lot, but you know what? Let's grab this. Let's get him more speed. Then on the left side, bringing down is the better option because you hope you're not gonna have dead allies, right? The opportunists shouldn't really work, and most of the time if you're under debuffs, it's especially these ones, the control ones, not gonna be the best. So you're gonna go bring it down, and then on this side, depends on the team you make, right? Because if you're gonna have a team that relies on that doesn't have a block debuffs and you're gonna get some debuffs on, you can give him Stoke to Fury, right? Or if you use a Gartak in your team, you use Stoke to Fury. But because I don't do that, I'm gonna go with Methodical, or you know what, yeah, let me go with Methodical, or I could go like this, because honestly, the way that I was using my Thor is I actually tried to put him in my Hydra team. I might show that at another point. But I guess let's go down the support tree. You want that accuracy if you want to land his debuffs. Go over here, then this one, then Lord of Steel. Then you can go with Master Hexer. You want to have a chance to increase duration of that decrease speed. Over here, I guess let's get Heart of Glory. Hopefully you can attack with max HP most of the time. And then the last one, again, depends on how you use him. You can go either Methodical, so he does more damage to A1. I think I'm going to go Stoke to Fury because I think I'm going to actually use him in a team with Gartak. So these are the masteries that I would suggest, at least for specifically for Hydra, but they could work for most PvE endgame stuff if you're going to do lots of damage. And honestly, these masteries could work even for Arena, but maybe for Arena you wouldn't care about accuracy because you might get polymorphed, and that's not going to be a good thing. But anyway, I guess this pretty much settles it. I want to show you from my point of view what the best build for Thor is, you know, giving you the option of what other things you can do. But from my point of view, Thor is best built as a damage dealer in a merciless set, 6 pieces, and he's gonna surprise you with the amount of damage he does. But yeah, we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.